Calling out all my nerds, freaks, and geeks. It's mob time.
Don't tune in cause it's showtime. Go ahead and call the gang up for the one time. Rap food rhyme, got them on the line. And my life's still great, I'm doing just fine. Hands up.
What's going on, everybody? And welcome to another Blur Mob production. I am your host, Boo. Joined by Ryan, King, and Antoine. Welcome, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Hit Stop, your hub for all things music. If you're checking us out on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button. And while you're doing all of that, make sure to hit up our social media pages to check out all of the other things we've dropped this week and in the past month. We're going to be talking strictly music here. So if you want to see what TV shows we've been getting into, video games, etc., all that good stuff, make sure you follow us on our social media platforms listed at the bottom. So what's going on, y'all?
What's good?
What's up?
What kills me is that Ralph always be in the comments, never in the stream, but always in the comments.
And never in the field.
Never in the field, but always in the comments. What's up, Ralph? Ralph saying he's here to say what we got to say about M's album. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, Ralph. I'm the only one who listened to it.
That's why I wanted him here for real, because I was like, he's an Eminem fan. I'd like to hear what he got to say about it.
Well, everybody gonna hear my thoughts, and Ralph, and
that's
it. And you're just gonna have to sit here and listen
type
to what I gotta say in type fast too. Type fast.
No spelling errors, no grammar.
No spelling errors. It's got to be on point. But like I said, welcome to Hit Stop, everybody. Before we get into it, I do want to mention the audience rules. So for those watching and are participating in the chat, please be respectful to the host and others. We know music can be a touchy topic, so let's respect each other's opinions, no matter how different they might be. We're gonna do our best to answer all of the comments that come through the chat. We're on a bit of a pardon the interruption time scale right here, so we're gonna try our best to respond to everybody that's comments that's relevant to the topic at hand. But if we don't get to your comment, please don't, be hurt about it. We just trying to get through the episode. But Ralph said I'm not like you, Ryan. What did you say? Oh, the spelling errors. Oh, he's talking about the spelling errors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. that was for you. That was for you.
Look.
So let's what you gotta say.
I was like, look, as long as the message you get through, it get through.
Sometimes it don't get through. And that be the issue.
Okay.
And that be the issue.
Yeah,
and that be the issue. Sometimes
that edit button go hard. That edit button go hard.
There's only certain places where you have an edit button, and the places you be messing up don't be having it.
I send you a message with the stars at the end, let you know, hey, this is the real word.
That's not an edit.
Three asterisks. Three asterisks every time.
Got 3 cups of shit when he tired. That's crazy.
See the appendix.
see the back in the book for acronyms. See the back of the book for acronyms and keywords. But let's keep it pushing, y'all. Let's start with our first segment of Hit Stop. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna start our timer over here. So let's talk upcoming albums for August. So Tinashe drops Quantum Baby August 16th. Sabrina Carpenter drops Short and Sweet on August 23rd. And ASAP Rocky drops Don't Be Dumb on August 30th. And then I just want to announce the tours that we got going on. So Future's We Trust You tour started yesterday. I know Ryan bought a ticket to go see it. But given these upcoming albums, and if you guys know of any additional albums that are coming out in August, let us know. But out of these 3, what are you guys looking forward to the most?
For real, if you want to be transparent,
Yes.
None of them.
Transparency. Okay, really none of them for real. But I'm going to listen. I'm gonna give my girl Sabrina a listen. I'm gonna give her a listen. Am I looking forward to it? But I'm gonna listen to it.
I
And not say.
Did I
You
like
gotta
them?
give it to not say.
it's I'm not sure I'm gonna check out. I would agree. The August the albums that are currently listed for August, not really looking forward to it. I'm gonna listen to Sabrina, but coming off of Espresso and Please Please Please, I'm not really anticipating this album
Yeah,
for real. And Tinashe, I never really checked for Tinashe.
yeah, me either. She make a
There's
hit
some.
every
It
now
would
and then for me.
listen to this album, but it would be interesting to see if she makes me a fan. Because Tinashe has always been like onesie twosie with me just because of what they be playing on the radio and stuff.
Hmm.
I love again.
Yeah, two
Yeah,
on.
she might have a hit
Oh,
every
I
every
did
other
like that
year.
song. That's
Every
her.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah, that's her.
Tinashe.
Okay.
That's like the last.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say the last, but that's one of the main ones that I remember from her.
that and the song she got now is really,
I've been a
really.
Oh
nasty
yeah, Nasty
girl,
Girl.
I do
nasty.
like Nasty. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we know.
Okay, I don't know.
Ralph said
Tinashe.
he might find a few albums on few songs on the ASAP's album. We'll see what ASAP talking
Yeah.
about because I've recently revisited what's the song with Fashion Killer and fucking problems? Um,
Yeah, he might. You know, he a father now and stuff. You know, a family man, so he might give a different vibe. You know, comparison stuff. They come in with
it's
a different
Yeah.
vibe.
that's not the parent we needed in the studio though. Let's be clear. That
Yeah,
wasn't the
Yeah.
parent. That wasn't the parental that we needed in the studio.
it wasn't. Rihanna
Which
needs to
popular
do
song
better.
is which song does Sabrina Carpenter drop? Do I know any of them?
What's
Espresso.
that? Me
Think about
Espresso.
me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so.
Yeah.
You ain't heard that one?
Oh.
Somebody didn't do their homework for the last hit stop because it was definitely on there.
I've been
It
moving. I've been
was.
moving.
Last month?
That's
Last month?
that was last month.
Yes, that was the first hit stop episode. You were supposed
I
to
didn't do
review
all
last
of it.
month.
I did about 70%.
And
I did
that's why
about
you
70.
don't know it. But I would say the two songs, Espresso's the only one that got me that. Please, please, please. Let's talk about this right quick. Hallie posted her rendition of Please, Please, Please. She posted a little TikTok clip with her and the guitar singing Please, Please, Please. I said, how you gonna let Hallie do your song better than you?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it was nice. I like that. I like when they do covers.
But the songs that she then put out, I'm not looking forward to this album. It's not giving like nonsense, and that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
gonna
It
see.
might, it might, it might be some bops on there. That's why I'm gonna give her a chance. 'Cause I like espresso, and I don't know. Please, 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 kind of growing on me ever since Haley sung it. So if
Well, but
Haley releases a cover,
I want her version
yeah, I'm
though.
saying if Haley releases a cover, I'll put that on mine.
She ain't
Ralph
gonna let her
says
do
she
that. She ain't
seems to
gonna.
be in the same realm of Tori Kelly. I would disagree with that. Sabrina
Tori,
Carpenter.
I don't think so. I want to circle back to Miss Tori Kelly because that album did have a good little start on it for me. I ain't gonna lie, Miss Tori Kelly had a good little start on
Sabrina Carpenter is with Olivia Rodrigo,
it. Yeah.
Billie Eilish,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Camila Cabello,
maybe Renee Rapp if Renee Rapp actually comes
Tate
back and makes
McRae.
another. Right, that's where Sabrina Carpenter lies
Mm-hmm.
with that group of girls. But we'll see. I'm hoping somebody comes out with a surprise album or something because these
It
three,
sounds
to
like he might
me,
surprise us.
these three not
Somebody drop an
giving.
EP.
Somebody do something. Somebody do something. Somebody
I
go
know.
tell.
Ain't Lotto coming out with that album?
Is that in August?
I forgot when Lotto album coming out because she said she released an album
I,
called.
I ain't seen a release date for it. I like Lotto.
But our timer just moved on to our pop culture news, guys. So we're gonna have to
We'll pass it
we have
on.
to
She ain't
keep it
talking about
pushing.
shit.
So our pop culture news topic of today is stemming off a tweet from NFR podcast at the beginning of the month where Kanye West says he's retiring from music. He quotes, "I am retiring from professional music, not sure what else to do." I want to spark the conversation of which old heads are still in demand and which ones need to wrap it up. For me,
It's
these if we want to talk about Kanye specifically, because that's what sparked the conversation. These past couple albums from Kanye have been like duds to me. I haven't been participating willingly in these albums, but I would love to see Kanye stick around as a producer. I would.
I can see
Yeah,
that.
I haven't.
In regards to Kanye, I think the past few albums I'll always find like 2 to 3 songs I like by him, but none of the albums just made me go, "Oh, this is good as the Amazing Golden Trilogy that he created." You know what I'm saying?
But
Hmm.
you like that church
And
album that he released, didn't it?
Jesus is King.
Yeah, you like that, didn't it, Ryan?
I thought Ryan said he liked Donda. Didn't you say that you like
I
Donda?
like I liked a few songs from Donda. I never cared for the Jesus King. You stereotyping me
Okay.
because I'm a Christian.
I
Whoa,
thought you
Yeah,
were
so
gonna say
whoa!
you're being a religious. Are you being a
you.
religious
We're
right
losing.
now?
We're
I
losing
just,
the plot. We're
I
losing the
just
plot.
thought maybe I connect. Maybe
We're
I was
losing the
connecting the
plot.
dots.
I
No,
don't
Fupa
know
do the
about
same
Kanye.
thing.
I haven't
I
enjoyed
haven't.
I haven't enjoyed a Kanye album truly
Yeah.
since My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Now I'll let him slide with The Life of Pablo.
I was
Yeezus.
gonna say that's the last
Life
time
of
I
Pablo
did.
got some gems on
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's
saying.
not.
I'll let
Yeah.
The Life of Pablo slide. Yeezus, I feel like he might have should have set that one out, but like everything after that was like, okay, Kanye.
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
never really been a
Yeah.
big Kanye fan. Anyway, I know he makes great art, but me personally, just sit down and listen to Kanye. It just has that.
The old stuff,
You want
yeah.
So we got Chase in the building. Yo, yo, yo.
Hello, Chase.
Uh, what?
Ralph said M seems to be done until MGK made a song with T Grizzly dissing him again. I know the album. I think the album did good, but I personally would like Eminem to wrap it up as well.
Okay, so I want to ask, like, what do we like? Why, like, what are the standards that we're saying that we should wrap it up? Is it like by like sales and
I
dimension,
just
or is
feel
it
like
like quality
It just
of the
don't.
art?
It don't
And,
hit the same like it used to.
and,
Like
Because I'm saying, if you think about Eminem, he pulled in over 300K the first week on his album.
but I would say for me personally, okay, yes, for as far as sales, it seems like Eminem is still in demand. And then let's just talk about the way he promoted the album with the Slim Shady persona and stuff. He hasn't done that since the Marshall Mathers LP2 that came out in like 2014, 2015.
Mhm.
Like all them other albums he's been putting out after that hasn't been at that same caliber that this one was. But for me personally, when I was listening to the album, and though I get it that this is the Slim Shady persona, I personally feel like I have outgrown that.
I feel
so
that's fair.
do you feel like his music is just outdated? Like that album is kind of dated in comparison to what you like with your modern taste, or do
I
you feel
I
like
would
he's just lost quality as an artist?
I don't think he's lost quality. Like when you like the way the like everything was lined, like the way that album was composed and like the story that he was telling and stuff, like I appreciated it. But like I guess yes, the mindset that I have now is I would agree with what Chase just said. It's cringy. Like the
Mhm.
man got on 4 songs talking about Caitlyn Jenner, uh, Candace Owens, and he just keeps saying the same. Like he's dissing the same group of people. And I was like, I get the dissing thing is Eminem, and I get the angle. Like the story that he's trying to tell is that he's trying to get canceled. Like they're calling the album "The Death of Slim Shady," but then it's like it's kind of like in reverse a
Right.
little bit. But like I get it, but I just feel like at this time and place, like in the early 2000s when he was dissing everybody, like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, like he was throwing shots at Will Smith, NSYNC, like when in like the early 2000s, like yeah, he was causing up all that controversy. But like now it's just like okay, what
Everybody
you,
tries to
you,
be edgy and be controversial, so it doesn't stick out
like
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just something in the air though? I mean, because a lot of folks in the just in the industry haven't been getting along. They've been making a lot of diss tracks and stuff like that. Do you think it was just he was maybe like, okay, this is the time. This is where the Slim Shady is gonna fit in because this is me.
Well, he kind of disses everybody, so it's like it's not
Yeah.
really much shock value if
And
Eminem comes out with a diss. Like
right,
if that's the marketing for it, it's like, well, you kind of dissed everybody, didn't you? Like who's
right.
left?
Like
Folks who can't rap.
that's what I'm saying.
But
I get that it's his thing. I just feel like now, I just feel like I've outgrown the Slim Shady persona to feel like, oh shit.
yeah, that's fair. And I feel like with me personally, when I say like an old head needs to wrap it up, I mean like, you just coming from like your fans, your sales, your product, like that man sold 100K. Somebody liked the album, obviously.
But I feel like it's
So
just the way that
I just can't personally say he needs to wrap it up because it's some people out there still checking for Eminem. Whether we want, I don't really listen to Eminem, but it blew my mind that he brought in 300K off that.
I
Like,
I think it's just the way that the album was set up with like with him when he dropped Houdini, like that Guess Who's Back, that callback to Without Me. Like it was like, okay, he bringing back old Slim Shady. We going back to the early 2000s. I feel like that's what grabbed everybody.
See, for me though, I wouldn't think Eminem needs to wrap it up because, like, when I'm thinking wrap it up, and if I interpret the question, I'm thinking of artists who like it seems like they're trying new things or they've yet to try something new, and it's
Mhm.
really starting to get old. Like,
okay.
I'll put Wayne into that realm. Like
I
Wayne
would
is
agree. I would
Hold on,
agree.
Let's
no,
give
but
Wayne
here's
his
here,
last album. Let's give him this last album. Let's give Wayne one more time.
no,
We gotta give him one more chance.
here's the thing.
We've been giving him chances since the Carter Five
But I'm
though.
just saying, but I'm just saying, things like in Game of Thrones, they gave the king plenty chances, right? When he was up there fucking up. So
I
I'm
mean,
just
you're
Yeah,
right,
we
but
gave who? We
but
gave
Wayne
who?
Wayne did all that stuff about, oh, I'm gonna retire. He dropped Carter 5, it didn't hit. Funeral kind of made up for it, but it wasn't like everybody kind of dropped that. He dropped what? No, what was that? Was that No Ceilings 3? He dropped some other tape after that, and then he dropped a
And then the
collab album,
fix before the
The
six,
Fix Before the Six. He
and
dropped
then the
another
collab
collab
album
album,
with Two Chains.
and that's 4 real chances. There's four
I
real
That's what I'm
chances.
saying. I agree. I agree. We've been giving Lil Wayne chances since the Carter Five, and
Yeah.
he has been dropping the ball on every single one of them chances.
And all of us here, we from the South, we grew up on Young Money. Let's just be honest. The Carter 4 was his last fire album. That was the last
I'll
fire.
give him that.
Them dreads,
It was,
them dreads start falling out, and he did too.
yeah. I think
I-
it might be like 2 songs from that last album that he dropped that I was like, okay, these ain't
But
bad.
I want to
I'll agree,
bring
Shane.
this up. I want to bring this up because I agree. When we were deciding
I'll
on this
agree on that.
topic, when we were talking about this topic offline, I said he does well on the features. But when it's time for him to put a full project together, he can't do it.
And I'm cool with that. Come out and do a feature with someone young who just dropped on the field. They love you. They respect you. Everybody who was listening to you when you was a teenager, they grown and rapping now. Yeah, jump on one of their albums. But you drop your own project. Let's leave with grace. Let's depart with grace.
He thinking too big. We need to go. he think
Yeah.
I just hate to
thinking
put a
too
cough.
big.
I just hate to put a coffin on Weezy F Baby though. But y'all maybe
But I get it though. I get the sentimental value, and I get it that what Ryan just said. We're all from the South. We grew up with Wayne, so to say that he needs to wrap it up, despite the evidence that is sitting in front of our face, it's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
However, you need to swallow that pill, friend.
Like, even when you see Wayne at festivals, it's getting to the point where he's no longer even the biggest name on there. I don't even know if the younger generation vibe it with him.
I don't think they
Like, I remember
listen to him like that for real. Not the younger generation.
Like, folks who still listen to Wayne are like, we're some of the youngest folks who still listen to him, and the rest of them are like in their 30s and 40s now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he's sticking with the younger folks.
And they not even. And then I would bet you the older generation Wayne fans are not listening to that new shit.
They still listening to Carter 1 for real. let's be honest. Come on now.
They still got their Spinrilla account.
Right. Right. They got the mixtapes on burner disc.
They still got their Spinrilla account.
I still got my no ceilings on my Spinrilla account.
I still got no ceilings on a jump drive somewhere, like and some of the dedications.
Yeah.
I think and I don't know, this might be a tired point too. I feel like maybe he should focus on whoever in his group, them other artists he be trying to bring up. Because I
What
like I
good
said,
good and Lil Twist been trying to get brought up for the past 15
but
years.
but my but I understand that. That's why
Come on now.
that's why my counterpoint was going to be when it's like he overshadows them as well. Or when them times when he did, this is a perfect example. That Lil Wayne concert we had at JSU, and he had that intermission when he brought all them folks out. Everybody thought the concert was over and left.
See, I respect him for trying, because how many other artists outside of what Jay probably, not too many folks really bring up superstars like Wayne did. So it's like, I mean, he did it. He proved himself. He cemented himself. That's why I feel like he should retire with grace.
I also think
You
with
did
people
it.
with people like Wayne who are just actually good rappers, it's not what a lot of people will care to hear. I'm not gonna say it. I think the younger generation, they don't really care about the bars no more.
What's
It's
being
just
said,
They
yeah.
it's
want the
just
beat.
it's the beat, it's the
They
TikTok, what's gonna make
want
me
something
move
to
my
shake their
hips.
hips to.
Yeah,
Shake
I
their
don't
fat butt.
We can't shake our hips to dedication for hoes.
so that's
Look.
that's why I don't think when he drops something, it's gonna bring him a lot of like new fans in like that for real.
He gotta hop on. He gotta hop on the track with I don't know.
I don't know
Like,
them young cheering. I don't know them cheering. I don't know. I can be thinking of other old heads that should wrap it up. The ones that's still in the game because they still outside.
T-Pain still be dropping music and it don't be doing nothing, but he talk about that.
Neo needs to wrap it up.
Yeah, Neo.
Neo needs to wrap it up because why is
He's
he
a great
still
writer.
dropping- Why is he still
Great
dropping
writer.
songs?
Excellent writer.
Yeah.
Excellent gal.
Neo is one of those people. Your talent is writing for others. It's okay to stick to that. We
Like-
don't give you your credit.
Yeah.
Like you don't
Yeah.
have to step in the studio. Like I understand the lyrics might speak to you and you feel like you might need to step in there and sing it, but I promise you don't.
Ralph said, "What
Chris-
about
Ralph said what about Chris
No,
Brown?
Chris Brown still got high
Chris
demand.
Brown, Chris-
now?" Chris Brown is in demand. Y'all can say what y'all want to say.
Chris Brown is one of
Yeah.
the hottest out,
Even-
and still is one of the hottest
even
out. Come
even
on
though
now.
even though we make fun of Chris Brown in the Infinity Long ass albums, somebody is sitting there and listen to him.
The
Yeah.
women-
It's gonna be some off
women-
the album that's gonna be
And it's
good.
crazy because he got the older generation of women and the younger generation of women loving him, and that just blows my mind. Like even my aunties, like my older cousins, still fiend for Chris Brown, and now the younger girls are fiending for Chris Brown. He got that in his pocket. He not going nowhere.
And by old head stage, we're referring to, I think we said 10 years, because 10 years is pretty long in the music game.
Yeah, I think that's what we said.
10 years about.
I think Chris Brown still got that boyish charm a little bit too, and so I think that's what.
Yeah.
As long as he can keep doing them flips, they with him.
Yeah.
And if you look at this concert, if you look at how his past tours doing, Chris Brown is about 1 to 2 tours away before he ever even need to consider a legacy tour. He ain't there yet. He ain't there yet. Like I liked how someone like 50 Cent wrapped it up. 50 Cent, he went out with grace, and I was appreciative of how he went out. Sage mentioned Common. Common did
drop an album. LL Cool J is dropping an album next month. Now that you know what? I can't even say nothing. I can't even say nothing about LL Cool J because I don't check for LL Cool J. Like that's my dad's vibe.
Yeah.
Like I listen to
Man.
Headsprung every now and then I get on down.
Get on down.
I listen to Headsprung every now and then.
And for someone like Common, I feel like Common doesn't overwhelm us with bad music, which is why nobody's saying you got to hang it up. Like when Lil Wayne drops, you're like, oh, he's dropping, and then it's trash. I ain't heard a Common record or album where I was like, this is trash.
I that's fair, but I don't really check. I don't really check for Common.
Me neither.
I have a few Common songs I'll listen to.
But I would agree with Ryan. Like the Common songs that I have listened to back in the gap, I won't mad at them.
Yeah, Common doesn't inoffensive, solid rap.
What about J-Lo?
Wrap it up. That movie definitely needs to wrap it up. She needs to go back to. She needs to get out the music industry. Period, and just act.
Act movies,
Period.
yeah. If J-Lo, if they releasing a movie with J-Lo leading, I'm going to the theater. She getting my $17 at AMC. I'm watching. But when it comes to an album, when it comes to a single, you won't get a play from me, sister. You tricked me. You tricked me to watching that movie that day.
It was awful. It was awful. And that was awful.
It was.
We gotta go listen to Get Right, and that's not even her singing for real to cleanse our palate.
Right.
I want to actually spice it up. Are there any artists that we want them to unwrap it up? Like, do we still want another Rihanna album?
I do want another Rihanna album.
Just said that. They talking about A$AP Rocky dropping an album. That's the wrong parent in that household.
I would love
that
another
needs
album
to be in the
Rihanna.
studio.
But I would too. I would love another good Rihanna album.
Yeah, I think.
But what if it's bad? Like, she went out at a great height. Ain't that going out with grace though? Like, she went out with grace.
I feel like she could adjust though. I feel like that. I see that in Rihanna to adjust to the times.
Rihanna just don't give me come out with no bad album. I'm telling you something about the Rihanna. Even if it is bad, they still gonna go up. Rihanna was the highest.
I don't think I disagree. I don't think I disagree.
Rihanna is I don't see Rihanna making a bad album.
Me neither. I don't see that.
I don't see her making a bad album, but I would be interested to see what vibe she goes for. She was to come back, because I feel like Anti was like a completely different vibe.
She went for more R&B, kind of in that soulful area.
Like the way that was crafted, and then I would be interested to see what she taps into if Rihanna was to drop an album.
But here's the thing. That's why I'm like, when I am a Rihanna fan.
I want Frank Ocean to unwrap it up. Where's Frank?
I just saw the other day. Somebody said it's enough. We good on that now. We've kind of we ain't ready for it no more.
Oh, I miss Frankie.
But I feel like when we talk about going out with grace, even Frank Ocean, I feel like Frank Ocean and Rihanna, like, they went out making you want something more. I think that's the best way to go out.
They stepped out
to say, I'm done. I left you with a treasure chest. Like, deal with that.
Just send me Frank Ocean. If you're listening to this, just send me the album. Don't worry about
send me the songs that never released.
Just send me the album.
She's
in the deluxe.
And yeah, Ice Spice is carried by TikTok, by the way.
Are we finna get into that?
Yeah,
I mean,
I read
we got some more minutes on the current topic, but we can.
I don't know if I know more old heads, because my fave, she's still selling, so they ain't nothing to do with me. They ain't got nothing to do with me. So.
My fave still selling.
I want your fave to go back to. I want your fave to go back to. I want because Drake is still in demand. But what I want Drake to do is to go back to his roots.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
And my
I'm not mad at that.
Friday too, and I'm not mad because she did what we asked her to do. Bitch need to get off social media. That's all I can say. But when it comes to that booth, live in that booth. Move into that booth.
Drake is definitely in demand. If you've seen his recent numbers on Spotify, Drake is definitely still in demand. I just want him to refocus.
Here's the funny thing.
I want him to focus.
I will say this, and yes, I'm speaking with some Drake bias, obviously. I will say, even though older Drake fans who are still attached to how he was with his rapping game and the rap purists, every album still comes with hella hits. Like, every album he drops, even if a lot of us be like, after Scorpion, nothing has been like to that caliber of Nothing Was the Same as Scorpion and Take Care and everything. Each of his new albums, kind of like the Chris Brown albums, there will always be 3 to 5 hits on every new Drake album.
And maybe that's fine. And maybe it's just me, the person that I resonated with when Drake first came out, and now it's just like maybe I'm just not vibing with what he got going on right now. But I won't deny every time he puts out an album, they grab them 2 to 3 songs and we ride.
Yeah.
Listen, I was at them sold out concerts. Marvin's Room had just as many folks singing as shoot, give me some. Even his house music was bumping in that concert. Not even going to cap.
You said
that house music. I said as much as many people.
Honestly, never mind.
Yeah, as many people were singing the songs from Honestly Nevermind, there was that many people singing from Marvin's Room. Like he's selling out.
For honestly, never mind. I appreciate Drake for trying something different. I just didn't vibe with it until Jimmy
I
Cruz.
feel you. And I feel like Drake got one of them fan bases like Nicki got because regardless of what Nicki draw, I'm gonna know what the hell she said on that record. Whether I really fuck with it, now, I'm just gonna know it because I'm a fan. It's just in me
Yeah.
to know what she's saying. It's not my favorite
Yeah.
lyric, not my favorite verse, but this bitch said this, and you're gonna hear what she said. I think Drake got fans like that. So do Beyonce.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, them ride or dies.
Beyonce definitely got it because I had no business in that country album, but I was in there. I had no business in that country album, but I was in there.
That was in there.
See, that's what I'm saying. Drake ain't going. Drake, one of them artists. It's just like Chris Brown. It's gonna be a minute for their legacy tour.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
We got a good minute.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a comment from Ralph that he said it's rumored Drake coming up with an album sooner than we thought I would be. I'll be interested to see.
Listen, it's just not long. I don't like
because you got to see how he gonna come back from all of this.
The longest album for me that took me a minute to get through was Scorpion. I usually can get through a Drake album because wasn't Scorpion the one that had like two sides to it, like two discs to it?
Yeah, one side was like his hip hop side, the other was like his island music mixed with a little R&B.
Okay, I think Scorpion.
That was Scorpion.
I think Scorpion took me a minute to get to just because of the length, but I think everything else, like I could sit down and listen to a Drake album straight out.
Even though I get that, the only person who's ever made me go like I'm tapping out, this is too much music, is Chris Brown. Chris Brown's the only person that
I'm telling you, Chris Brown be having these Infinity and Beyond ass albums, and I be like, what were you doing?
Yeah, I just sit back and I'm be like, whatever ones hit, they gonna find me one way or another.
That's the thing; they always gonna find you. If it's on TikTok or Twitter, they gonna find you.
Yeah, if they good, they go. I'm gonna hear them one day.
Trey Songz came out with new music.
Trey Songz got new music.
Trey Songz can rap.
Trey Songz can rap it up. He can.
Y'all ain't hear my sister Keke Palmer? There's so many stories about Trey Songz.
But even after that, a lot of women have came out about Trey Songz behavior.
Mm-hmm.
But like, but even with that, if we're just focusing on his music, I haven't checked for Trey Songz since like what
after
when he first
after intermission 1 and 2, that's when a lot of because I was a Trey Songz fan. After intermission 1 and 2, I ain't listening to nothing.
Whatever album that was that had that Heart Attack song on there, that's when I stopped listening to Trey Songz.
Heart Attack.
Wasn't that Trigger? Wasn't that the name of the album?
Was it?
I want to think. I
don't see it on Trigger. You said Heart Attack?
Yeah.
I don't see it on here.
What was on Trigger? Was Touching in Love with Nicki Minaj on Trigger? That was the last time I was.
Yeah, Touching in Love.
Trigger had Na Na and Slow Motion and all that. So yeah,
okay, that's the last time.
Okay, I lied. That's the last time.
That was the last time.
That was the last time because we was in because that was freshman year. That was freshman year. That was the last time I listened to Trey Songz.
I listened. He got an EP. I need to check it out. I listened to Tremaine, but that was 2017. Everything else after that, I ain't checking none of that out.
Do y'all think? Let's say this. Given the R&B boys of today, we talk about Lucky Day, Bryson Tiller, The Vision. Do you think
go all down?
Do y'all think Trey Songz could fit in with them? Could he come?
I think his what he do on his personal time has kind of just ruined it for him. It's rap. It's rap.
That was a really good politically correct answer. That was really good. You did that. You did that.
You are right for the position, but what you do in your personal time?
Because I haven't listened to much of. Even outside of that, like I ain't listened to much of his other music, but like this contemporary R&B is very different from Trey Songz. His R&B even started to go more towards pop in the first place. So I don't even know who he would be trying to compete with.
If you listen to the EP run, I would be interested on your thoughts on, is he still trying to give the same 2015 and back Trey songs, or is he trying to try something different?
I'll say because even in that Tremaine album 27, like that's when he dropped Animals and stuff. He was trying to go for a pop vibe, but even back then, that's 2017. That was kind of towards the end of that pop EDM dance combination of music era. Or am
Hmm.
I tripping? That's what he was trying to do back then. Hands in the
I
Air is his
the
EP.
only I feel like the only male R&B artist that I've seen do that successfully is Chris Brown and Usher.
Jason, I think Jason
Yeah,
Derulo has a few songs.
Jason Derulo, I almost said Jason Derulo because but I feel like Jason Derulo started out with pop because What You Say
Mhm.
was a pop hit.
Yeah, he's a pop guy.
Yeah,
I feel like Jason Derulo should have, for some reason, didn't get as big as he could have been. Or am I tripping? He just
he went
wasn't
a
on my
different.
radar.
To me, Jason Derulo did what I feel like Flow Rider did. Like when Jason Derulo first came out, he had a certain like black audience, like Flow Rider did when Flow Rider dropped Low. But then Flow Rider went this way and started doing all those pop hits, and then Jason
Yeah.
Derulo went this way and started doing all those pop hits.
Mm. Okay.
And now Jason Derulo's steady in that pop bag. He's in there. He's in the bag, in the bottom of the bag. Like we digging in there for a peppermint and pull out Jason Derulo.
And Sage's comment is how I feel. Like when I think Jason Derulo, I was like, oh, he was really big that one
When he
year.
first started
Like that one year.
that first album that he put out, I think it's called Encore or something like that. That first album that Jason Derulo put out,
Yeah.
yeah, he was huge, and then he went that pop route, and then I didn't hear anything else from Jason Derulo until he dropped Swallow with Nicki Minaj.
And Swallow it came and went. It came, it
That was
did what
my
it had to do
song.
for like a minute. Yeah. But after that, did anything come after Swallow?
Um,
I don't know.
that
I know he made a
got
song.
as big as that song.
That put some
That
ripples in the water.
that I want you to want me. They ate that up on Y101. I
Sing
want
the
you, and
Oh,
baby,
he was on that
I
Savage Love song. That's been
Oh,
big on TikTok.
got
yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's a nice song.
He might have a cult audience somewhere. I want to see a Jason Derulo fan.
he was at San Diego Comic-Con, so I feel like that's all.
It's
That
one more
that should
person I
tell you a
wanted to
lot.
mention. We probably don't get into her later, but I did want to mention Miss Katy Perry. I think
Oh yes, Lord, have mercy, because that song, that Radio Disney ass song, Katie needs to wrap it up now. Now, listen, I understand, but I feel like Katie needs to wrap it up. Who needs to unwrap it? Who I heard is unwrapping it? Miss Gaga. They say Miss Gaga on the way.
they say she on the way.
Okay.
But Katie, yeah, that wasn't. We're gonna get into her later. That was.
Gaga probably gonna have some songs for that new Joker movie.
I can see that having like one or two on that album.
I don't want this to come off as based on race, but have y'all been checking for much white pop music, white oriented pop music in real life? Like I know we just had like that pop girlies thing, and like black women not be considered pop artists, but like have y'all been checking for the girlies on that side of
it's only Sabrina. If we talk about new girls, for me, it's Sabrina and Renee Rapp. For me,
me and Sabrina.
If we talking strictly new girls, it's Sabrina and Renee Rapp.
Okay, because like I see certain names pop up like that are just big, but I don't be hearing like they music for real.
Yeah.
Like I tried to listen to Olivia Rodrigo's album, couldn't get into it.
The Mexican girl that be crying.
Like I only like a couple songs by Billie Eilish, but like
Billie Eilish never hit for me either.
Yeah, so the only two I'm checking for is Renee Rapp if she ever comes back and make another album, and Sabrina.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it for me.
Lady Gaga might ruffle up the industry a little bit.
I feel like the thing that I like about Lady Gaga is that when she does something different, she does well at it. Like even that album, was it called Jolene? The one that had
Joanne,
perf what Joanne that had like
Joanne.
perfect illusion and stuff on it.
Mm,
I like that album. It was very different from like the Fame Monster and Born This Way and the Fame or whatever, but I still liked it.
mm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll be interested. If you say it's good, I'll listen to it.
I'll check in. I'll check in.
But that was a good point though, that she may be making songs for the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be
Okay.
nice.
Ralph said Lady Gaga is damn near in a realm by herself.
Honestly,
For the type of music that she made when she first came out, yes.
Mm.
I'll say she was very polarizing back then. Yeah.
Yes. Like
Yeah.
I was listening to Monster, and I was like, we will never get pop music like this again. We will never. If you listen to Bad Romance, Alejandro, and Monster back to back, we will never get a pop run like that ever again.
That was the golden era for pop music, though. Like back then, it was hits dropping back to back to back in pop music
Yeah.
genre.
mm-hmm. I
That
feel
was
like
the
now we're
golden
moving more towards the Afro beats and the New Jersey beats and stuff like that.
I feel like those kind of died. I feel like Afrobeats died about 2 years ago.
I
in
feel
terms of
like
Mm.
I could see that. I feel like some people still trying to dive in that bag to kind of explore that side.
Yeah.
So they still trying to keep it alive, but it's not for everybody.
What you sleep on because it kind of sounds similar to Afrobeat sometimes. And right now, like Hispanic, like Latin music is really the hit thing right now. Even if you don't listen to it, Latin music is like showing up everywhere now.
It does show up everywhere. I will give you that. It does.
Like that.
Cause I didn't know Becky G made Latin music.
Mm-hmm.
Miss singing in the shower.
Yeah.
I go to her page. She got the Latin. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. Afrobeats and all that had like 3 years of being mainstream in America, but that was like 2 or 3 years ago, like pre-pandemic. I want to say almost.
Yeah, I'll hear Latin music. Like if you go out, you're gonna hear Latin music way before you hear like
Everywhere.
or you're gonna hear more of it at least.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't hearing hip hop and rap, you hearing Bad Bunny or one of his descendants.
Yeah.
I need to check out a Bad Bunny song because everybody be Bad Bunny, and I was like, should I?
I just like
I put a few that go hard.
He got send me what songs you be listening. Start me off.
I don't be knowing. Now here's the thing, you know, I'm not that much of a lyric person. He be
There you go.
speaking
All right.
Spanish.
But do you know the song? Do you have
Yes, I can find songs. I can find songs. I can find it for you.
That's what I'm saying. Send me some songs. Put me in there.
I got you. Because out in California, I think those are the ones hearing them first out here, and they play nothing but Bad Bunny in the club.
Cause I be seeing him, he be big and stuff, and his concerts be packed, and I be like, should I?
I want to sign an NDA. Fuck the album. I want to sign the NDA.
Don't be a.
And I get y'all front stage passes to his concerts. Oh.
Well,
yeah.
let me make sure I like his music first.
Yeah, because otherwise,
if you can get us front row tickets, I won't talk about you.
Nah, he
and your escapades.
He gonna stand there. I can't believe Galvin did that.
I don't like what you did to get these tickets, but I like the tickets.
I can't believe King did that.
It's a nice ticket, though.
Be like this is front row.
Yeah.
I mean, we in Bad Bunny. We in the bunny. we in the bunny.
Man,
I would be, like I said before, with Gaga, I'd be interested to see what she taps into. If she writes songs for that Joker movie, I'm interested to see what she taps into for that as well.
Mm-hmm. Put that on the screen. Put that on the screen.
LMFAO.
We don't be like, but we ain't even say nothing. It's all right, child. I got it.
To be honest, I take one for me, not for the team. The team.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't no team. He just doing it.
He ain't even doing it for us. We got indirect benefits.
When I was signing that NDA for Bad Bunny.
He was like, "You want to get your
He
friends free
what
tickets? I
this
guess they
is
can
this
get
is
some."
this is the scenario. He did it, and he just coincidentally got
Got
front
the
row
ticket.
tickets for
He
his effort.
these free tickets. Oh, okay.
And then he was like, "I don't need all of these." And then it's, "Hey, y'all, I got some Bad Bunny tickets."
Don't ask me
We
how I
go
got
we
on.
we go to the front row. Where you at? Oh, I'm backstage.
I'm backstage. I got to try before you go on
Yeah.
stage.
I'm back here with the bunnies. That's what they call us, the bunnies. I'm back here with the
Bunny.
bunnies.
That's so crazy,
Call
bro.
me Chocolate Bunny.
Uh, oh man. We got 1 minute left on the pop culture news. Y'all ready to move on, or does somebody got one more? Let's do it then. All right. I want to see if that works. What did that do?
Filibuster, filibuster, filibuster.
Well, I guess I'm gonna wait. We got 50 seconds. So filibuster. Like I said, if you just dropped in, if you just dropped in, make sure you guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching us on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button. I appreciate all the interactions going on in the chat right now. Let us know how you've been feeling, or if you're checking out this live stream after it's been recorded, hit us up in the comments and let us know how you've been feeling about this episode so far. And one more time, if you want to see what we've been up to, or if you want to get the next update of what the Blurred Mob podcast is doing next, make sure you tap into those social media platforms. We're on Instagram at the Blurred Mob Pod, we're on Twitter at the Blurred Mob, and you can find us on Facebook and TikTok at the Blurred Mob Podcast. And I did it in 50 seconds.
You did.
Woo! Hercules.
You're a good host. You're a great host. You're a great host. I want you to have your flowers.
Appreciate it. So we're gonna move on to our next part. We got some mod recommendations for the month of July. We got Childish Gambino, Band on Stone in the New World, Lucky Day with Algorithm, and Don Toliver with Hardstone Psycho?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So y'all supposed to welcome me to my new home like they do when they visit in the church. He gonna say this is his first time in the live
If
stream.
it's your first time,
you might have changed your name, but we know who you are.
Exactly.
We know who you are.
Just because you took the stage, we know who you is. We know your people.
I feel like last month we recommended a lot of albums because we was doing like the whole 6 months, but I would say that for this month, I haven't really tapped in. Like sometimes I go and like re-listen to albums, or if I see an artist, I'll go back and listen to their older stuff. I didn't do that this month.
Yeah, for my recommendations, I've been listening to the same stuff I recommended last time, and that Lucky Day album, Lucky Day hit. He did a little bit of new stuff. Had some Bruno Mars vibes, but it hit.
I
Don
thought
Toliver.
you was finna say Bruno Mars is on the album. I was like, hold up now.
No, there's one specific song, and it threw me off, but I still liked it. But I was like, this ain't you. I don't know if Bruno Mars was in the studio sitting right next to you. I don't know if he helped produce. I don't know what he did. But it was a good song. It just threw me off. And Don Toliver, I'm just going to be honest, that album do hit. All the different discs, the last 3 for me, I have them on repeat going in order driving on the highway.
Because I wanted to unpack that with you. Like, when you say it was 5 discs.
Yes.
Like, how many songs were like on each disc?
Like 4. Like 4, and I think one of them may have had 5.
So was that like a story he was trying to tell, or was he doing like, we have like this is a different vibe, this is a different vibe?
Each disc felt like a different vibe. Not going to lie to you, not correct me if I'm wrong, Sage, because I know you listen to it. I think the first 2 had like different variations of sounding like Travis Scott, and I think even one of the songs did have Travis Scott. 3 and 4 gave you your No Idea vibes, if that was one of the songs that introduced you to Don Toliver, where it's like that hybrid of contemporary R&B with a little bit of hip-hop 808s and beats in the background, and that's what I really like.
Well, if it's 3 to 4 songs on each disc, do you have like, what's the motivation behind splitting it up if it's just gonna be 3 to 4 songs? Because we were just talking about Scorpion, and I get it with Scorpion because that was like a full length like track list for those 2 discs, but like 3 to 4 songs.
I don't know. Like honestly, when I saw it on Spotify, I didn't even think too in depthly about it. I like what stage someone with the vinyl. I was like, oh, so I guess when you drop a vinyl, you're gonna have like a 5 disc pack for the vinyl. I thought they just flip them over and turn them around or something, but I don't know what he was going for. There were different vibes for each one. I could totally see someone being like, oh, I only like disc 1 and 3, but it wasn't like 4 or 5 different albums or 4 or 5 different EPs at the same time.
Say said he's not gonna do that.
He does it for curation purposes. Fair enough.
I wish I had the little sound effects like on Discord. And wah, wah, wah.
I haven't fully listened to that album, but I do got 2 songs from there. 2 songs from it. That I got on my playlist or whatever. I do plan to go back and listen to it though, because the 2 songs I got is like Attitude and Love Is a Drug. I like those 2. I think they were like trendy at some point, so that's why I clicked on them. So it got me interested.
You like that dance, shake your hip music. I'm surprised you ain't like New Drop, because it kind of start off like that.
I probably just haven't heard it. That's why I said I'm gonna have to go listen to the rest of it.
Why y'all laughing? Antoine do like dance, music.
It was the way you said it. Dance, shake your hips.
We do.
Shake your hips. Shake your hips.
Antoine be doing them. He used to be a TikToker.
You used to be a TikToker.
I did, but me and Antoine attracted different audiences. He over here doing calisthenics and dancing.
Definitely that.
Your age is showing.
Yeah, talking about that dance, shake your hips, shake your hips.
That's enough out of you.
We gotta move on to the next segment, y'all. We're good. Let's see what it's giving. So if this is your first time here, we're gonna be going over the released singles, albums, and music videos for the month of July. And we're going to start off with singles. For pop hits, we got Woman's World by Katy Perry. For rap, we got Yes by Big Sean. Saturday Mornings by Cordae and Lil Wayne. You Don't Stop with DJ Premier, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, and Big Sean. And Chanel Bag with Gucci Mane and JT. So how did you guys feel about those singles?
I like the Big Sean song.
I did like the Big Sean song. It sounded like something that could have went on like Watch the Throne.
I could see that. It seemed like he's doing a rollout. Like even when he dropped on what was it, Precision during all the rap beefs and stuff. It seemed like this is his rollout. He probably finna drop another single and then like an album in like 3 months. But I'm excited. I like the vibes. I like it.
Y'all heard his leaked album. I didn't know there was a leaked album.
I avoided listening to that because I like Big Sean. I avoided listening to it.
He said Basura.
But Sage, I heard it wasn't fully developed. Like I heard there was missing points. It didn't even sound fully engineered properly. Like I heard it wasn't even really a leak for real. Like they leaked like some files. Like it wasn't even like you leaked a developed album.
He said it's not developed. Well, I hope when he releases it, they get it together. Cause I fell off with Big Sean, but then like a year or so ago, I went back through his catalog, and I liked Detroit and a little bit of Detroit too.
I feel like Big Sean was like one very, very great album away for being recognized or respected as someone like J. Cole or Kendrick. Now that might be a hot take, I don't know. But I feel like he just needed one really great album to be held to their caliber. That's just me.
You said what?
Did he come out around the same time?
He was dropping. It wasn't around J. Cole.
But he had a different. When Big Sean came out. I feel like his content was very different from the content he was rapping about now.
Mm-hmm.
When he was still trying to do that Kanye vibe in his earlier albums, before he went more when
Kanye had him in them blazers with them big ass stunner shades on, yeah.
See, but even for his introduction, like when he really started to get into his own identity, I was like, I do put you in the same realm. Like when I'm listening to J. Cole and Kendrick, I'm gonna listen to Big Sean in that same like stream. When I'm just listening to music, his music is in there with them when I'm listening. So I'm like, I wish you really just did that one thing that put you there.
Yeah, he just needs that extra push. Like I agree with I think Sage just say he just didn't evolve really. I
I would
mean,
agree
like
with
either
that.
you like it or you don't, and if you don't, you just ain't gonna ever like it because it's kind of
Either
same
you're a
stuff,
Big
different
Sean
album.
fan or you think he lame now.
You know,
Rap said Big Sean is number 4 on what? That's so funny. I read that. Bitch Boys. He's number 4 on what?
He's what?
That's why Ralph need to be alive.
He come around. He do a little thing.
I also feel like, for me personally, I also feel like Gucci needs to wrap it up because I listened to Chanel Bag with JT,
Yeah.
and it felt very wasted. Lemonade, like something I would listen to back in the Gap.
Gucci should have wrapped it up when he got out. Those one or two albums with that album, that record with both on it, Christmas, Atlanta, Santa, whatever. Those 2 or 3 albums after Prison, he should have stopped. After that,
You
we
talking about
we
though
love you.
when he
Last
talking about
time
they
when
had
Travis
both,
Scott dropped, yeah,
when they had
those
both on
albums.
it. Okay,
After those few, he was good. We like you. Go back home. Like go be with your wife. Go raise your kid. Go be happy.
I also feel like Gucci might be one of those people that just kind of got that same type of vibe. I mean, like back in the day, it used to really hit, but now it's like, all right,
Yeah.
we didn't heard it.
Sage said it's East Atlanta Santa, not whatever you just said.
It
Atlanta
should have
Oh
Santa.
been.
man.
Oh man.
Look, like if y'all look at Gucci's discography, like Mr. Davis, they had that Tone It Down song that did some numbers, but let's just be honest. After he should not be making music in the 2020s. He shouldn't.
Some people just don't got it, and some people just can't put out a good body of work.
Ralph said he trying to boost the artists under him. I
And kill him
I
all.
can't I can't speak I
Don't
can't speak
start that, Ryan. You can't do that.
I'm sorry.
I can't speak too much to that, but I don't know.
Yeah. Alleged. Whatever Ryan said is alleged.
You're right.
They won't get me tied up in this
And
shit.
say don't disrespect Gucci. I love Gucci. It's just right now. It's like Wayne. It's your time was there. We loved you.
Rap said clip it, okay? Please.
But if we want to get back to Katy Perry, that Radio Disney ass song
Katy
and the
Perry.
and the video, we're not even on music videos yet. The music video was awful.
Yeah, the song was.
I'm gonna say I watched the video I watched the video for when I listened to the song for the first time because I was like the video's probably gonna boosted it up a little bit for me, and I was so disappointed. I was like, what is this?
Only thing I like about that video is my girl Trisha driving that truck. That's about it.
I was about to ask you who is that because I was like, that's the girl when she be like,
That was
huh? What?
Uh,
Oh, okay. I was like,
Trisha.
Oh, that was her.
yeah,
That was Trisha.
pulling that big ass truck. But I would just Katy Perry ain't got it no more. And I would almost say that album that was Roar on that, whatever that album that is, when the cover is like half her head in the water, the other half of her head not in the water. She should have wrapped it up.
Was that the one with Dark Horse on it? Prison?
No,
Was Prison?
no.
Okay.
Prism. I like Prism.
I like
think,
Prism too.
She
should have wrapped
could
it
have
up.
stopped that Prism.
I think she should have stopped before she came out with Witness. Witness fucked her up. When she cut her hair and dyed it blonde.
Is that after Prism?
Yeah, that's the one that came after Prism.
See, I don't even know nothing about that.
When she was up there with Migo and them, and
Oh, I'm looking at it now. I would agree. She should never drop that, or that should have been her last one.
And I don't like when the pop girls do that because when they want to do like something edgy, they cut their hair short and dye it blonde. Katy Perry, Miley Cyrus did it.
Yeah.
Even some of the black women do it. Beyonce cut her hair, dyed it blonde. Ciara cut her hair, dyed it blonde. When they just wanted to be a little edgy.
It
Beyonce
gave
bust out
edgy.
and was singing "Drunken Love" and "Partition." She had a haircut, and it was what blonde.
They pulled their Sakura. They was at the tuning exam.
They pulled that Rihanna. Y'all remember Rihanna came in with what is it? Music of the Sun, and then the album that came out after that, and then Good Girl, Bad Girl came out, and she had that pissy cut.
That's they edgy.
That's
I Saturday mornings, I want to touch back on a comment that Ralph sent like way earlier, where Wayne's verse. I I like Wayne's verse on Saturday mornings with Corday.
He does,
I ain't
but that's he does good features. He's doing great features.
So I wasn't mad at that. I also wasn't mad at You Don't Stop with Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, and Big Sean. I wasn't too mad at that either.
I don't want this to go off topic. Let me know if I need to wrap it up. They saying that in terms of the rap beef, these are signs that Wayne and Drake got some beef going on too with the
I
folks that
saw,
Wayne be interacting with. I think they going too deep, but what y'all
I don't
think?
I
I
don't
saw
think
something
that's
about
true.
that.
Wayne just verbally gave Drake his support in his special interview when they asked him his top five rappers, and he
That's what I
named
was saying.
Jay Z. He said Missy Elliott. I forgot the other two, and the last one was Drake. So that to me told me like I'm not gonna get in this, but I'm on Drake's side. So I
I was
think they
thinking that
still
too.
cool. I think they still cool.
I didn't even see that. And then when you were saying it, I was like, that don't even make sense.
They were saying like they tied it to that all white party. They tied it to who was making music with. They tied to how who was at that event, and he said, ain't nobody talk to me." And I'm like, Wayne probably ain't got a reason to bring up talking to Drake
But my
because he
thing
talked to him.
is that Wayne makes music with everybody. Wayne made a movie with Kid Rock.
Yeah, Wayne stay out of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like there's no need for him to get into it either.
Yeah,
I did see that he mocked Not Like Us at the concert, but I didn't get to watch the whole video, Ralph.
I saw that too. That's when I first saw that they might be into it, and I ain't believe it for real.
I think I saw like the headline, but I didn't watch the video. I don't think I paid too much attention because
Yeah.
I think I was tired of the back and forth with the Drake and Kendrick beef at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. The video was fire though.
You know. All right. We good on singles.
Yeah, move that
Hmm.
on along.
We'll keep it pushing. Let's talk about albums. So we got two pieces to this. We're gonna go over our mob reviews that we released this month. We're gonna talk about the score. We're gonna talk about the people who participated in the mob review, and we're gonna see if we're still listening.
Hmm.
So let me go to my handy dandy Instagram page,
Handy dandy IG.
handy dandy IG, and we're gonna start from the top and work our way down. So we're gonna start with Childish Gambino, Bando Stone in the New World. We gave this a 70%. Me and Ryan were on the mob review. Ryan, are you still listening?
No.
I'm
Why?
still listening.
Uh,
Why?
I,
Why?
I, I'm sorry. Honestly, this is where I didn't know how y'all were going to feel about it. Well, rather you, because it wasn't like I was just trying to downplay the album. It's just it did not hit for me. Like I
Mhm.
recognized the soundtrack vibes. I literally was listening to it, and I was like, I could see this being in a movie or being in a TV series or whatever he's putting it in, but none of those songs was I just able to pick out and be like, I just love this. In fact, the ones that didn't have like many lyrics, I gotta find the name of them. They were on the mob review like were the ones I was like, I could see this as some atmospheric music. But like the
Mhm.
raps, the rock, the pop, I didn't really care for any of them. The Yoshinoa, I literally listened to the album Blind and I was like, wait, Drake's on here? I was like, I thought they were beefing. And then I opened it up, I was like, oh no, he's just doing the flow thing to kind of diss him. Like
I
I didn't care for it.
I like the album. Now that first song, I was like, okay,
Oh,
Childish Gambino. I was like,
that
okay, Donald. That first song,
It made me go like,
was a mess. That was a
I was
mess.
like, okay, but then it got into Lithonia, and then Survive with Chloe, and I was like, okay, and I liked the different vibes that he was doing throughout the album. Now I'm not gonna deny there was some skips. I did skip some of them songs in there, but
yeah.
overall, I thought it was pretty good. Like I got my songs like always. I got my songs. I'm gonna stick to my songs, but I have listened to the album top to bottom twice, and I didn't mind it.
Yeah, and I can see why you like Lithuania. Like when I was googling like the albums, trying to on Twitter, well, not googling on Twitter, trying to see what folks was talking about it. I was like, that wasn't my favorite. Like Yoshino was the one that I was like, okay, I kind of rock with it, and then the atmospheric ones that I can't. What's the name of them? Real Love and No Excuses. I kind of like
Yeah,
those. Those are the only things that got saved.
I like Real Love. A Place Where Love Goes, Real Love, Survive featuring Chloe, Lithonia, and In the Night are my top 5. Now, I don't like the song in full, but the song that has the Flo Milli feature, Flo Milli slid on that song. She did.
Yeah,
Well,
for
that's
That
the one where
I
she's.
agree with that.
she
Part of the
gonna
She
song was
did.
slide.
okay, and the
She
rest
did.
when they got into that hot.
I don't like the song as a whole, but they put Flo Milli's verse last, and I was like, I'm gonna listen to it because I ain't heard Flo yet. But Flo slid.
Mhm.
Was that the one where it sounded like an anime chick was talking
Yes,
in the
and that's
beginning?
what I was gonna
I
say.
skipped it. I skipped it. It
I,
was. I tried
I
making a
was like,
tweet, and
what's
the
going
tweet ain't go
on?
through.
I was like, what's going on? And I
I
almost
I
pressed
don't
skip, but
like.
I said I'm gonna stick to it.
I was like, this would be in my top 5 if this was just like a different song. If they just pulled the other artists out, like,
Mhm.
because I like Flo's verse, but I'm not going back to that song.
Yeah, because you're
Oh
gonna have to get
man,
past that part.
Yeah.
I,
That's a
I like
lot.
sat up and I was just like, ugh,
Now,
ugh.
now Sage did tell me about Alta Vista. I'm gonna go back and listen to that because I didn't know he released that. So I'm gonna go back and listen to that. So the next mob review we got, funny enough, is Ralph's, and he not even in here. The Death of Slim Shady, Coupe de Gras. Ralph gave it at 88%. Ralph, if you hear us in the chat, are you still listening? I'm gonna tell you, I'm not.
Ruff called
I,
me ugly.
he said God don't
I
like that.
don't like ugly.
What I do that was ugly?
But nah, I'm not spinning the block on the Eminem album. I get what he was trying to do, but like I said before, I think I've just outgrown Eminem as an artist. That controversial music, I'm just not gonna be like, ooh, let me listen to this. Now, Fuel with Jid on it, I did like that, and I
I heard
think
there was one song where he like wrote a letter to his daughter or something. Did you like that one?
I did. So I did like those, but those were towards the end of the album. Like they gave that When I'm Gone, Mockingbird type vibes. And I was like, okay, I can vibe with this. But like the beginning of the album when Slim Shady was just like going on a rampage, I was like, I'm not saving none of these. Like
Mm,
this not finna show up in my shuffle, no sir.
mm. Fair enough. Fair enough.
But Ralph, let us know if you still listening.
He said yeah. He said
He
hell
said,
yeah.
"Hell yes,
I
actually."
play it just about every day. I put that shit on everything. That's what he
I
said.
Why you do that?
but moving down. Hearthstone Psycho, we kind of talked about this a little bit. Ryan gave it a 83%. Are you still listening, Ryan?
Yes. And 83 is accurate because I ain't messed with the first two discs, but the portion I love, absolutely love it.
I would agree with Ralph about the Slim Shady 2 album after Guilty Conscious, because that's when he starts pulling out of that Slim Shady persona, is where I started, was like, you know, I was like, okay, I can vibe with this. But everything up to that point, I was like, oh no, sir. I was like, oh no, sir.
No, sir.
And this is coming from somebody who used to listen to Eminem heavily. Like back in high school, I listened to Eminem heavily, and I was like, I can't get jiggy with this. Maybe
When you
I,
was angry at the world.
yeah.
Oh,
Like he made some angry music. Like once you get past like the mainstream stuff, like the real Slim Shady, Without Me, Business, like the songs that he does with Dre, Eminem's music is really dark and like evil.
she was like, "I'm not angry no more. This ain't really sitting with
Like this not
me."
this not resonating with me.
That's great.
But
Why Ralph and Sage arguing these?
they gonna get it. They gonna
See, that's why Ralph need to be in the live. The fans want you
He
here.
can't be cooking the way he responded back and forth.
Look,
Right.
he can't
Ooh,
be cooking.
burn.
That meatloaf burning.
You
He
can't
said
be
some
That
cooking.
zucchini.
conceptual
And
masterpiece.
then
I know that's right.
that last album we did for July, me and King did a mob review on Megan. We gave it a 66%. King, are you still listening?
Yeah, I'm still listening. I would say I would bump her up to a 67%.
You shaking your hips
Um,
more to it?
I uh,
I,
I'm the type of person that music has to sit on me for a little while, and her album it didn't sat on me, and I put she got like one or two songs off her album that's on my workout playlist, so it come on every day I'm in the gym. I go
I,
back and pick songs and listen to them as I'm driving, so I say yeah, I'm still listening to Meg, even though yeah, I'm just leave it at that. Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I ain't been back.
Ooh.
Would you lower your score if you was rating it now?
I ain't been back. I would give it the same score that I have, and now it's a solid. I think I gave it a solid. Like it's a solid album,
That's
but
solid.
They don't stick.
it didn't give me nothing to come. It didn't give me nothing to come back for.
Mm.
Yeah, I just got my three. Rattle, Where Them Girls At and Spin. And I
If it comes on, like if it comes
Yeah.
on, I'm gonna listen to Rattle. I'm gonna listen to
Hmm.
Otaku Hot Girl. But like, mm,
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
I ain't been back. I ain't been back.
She ain't been back.
Now the
So
video. Now when she drops the Mamushi video, I'm gonna watch that. I'm excited to see that video because the little sneak peek she showed, it's giving Tokyo Drift, where she was in the parking garage with all of like the cars with the neon lights under them. I was like, not Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the video is like because I like Megan Thee Stallion's videos. I
Mm-hmm.
just haven't spun the block on this album.
She can do
I,
a visual. My girl can
yeah,
do it. I mean, her albums might be a hit or miss, but she can do a visual. Same thing with
As
her
someone
and Cardi. They can do some visuals now.
as someone who don't watch music videos much, I will say theirs have definitely stuck out.
yeah.
Like they keeping it alive in my opinion.
And Victoria Monet can do a visual. She
I
a
had to
visual.
watch. Yo, when we get to these music videos, I had to watch. Our right came up right after. I was like, this is such a palate cleanser from the shit I just watched.
Yeah. I watched the All Right music video today when I was playing in my garden after work.
Yeah.
What's your garden? Okay.
You
Yeah, I
got a
played in
garden?
my garden. Yeah.
Yeah. So we gonna move on to these non-mob reviews. So albums that came out that we haven't done mob reviews for. We got JT, City Cinderella, Imagine Dragons, Loom, and Ice Spice Y2K. Let me get the Imagine Dragons out the
Hold on,
way.
hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go and get
hold
that
on.
out the way.
Let me get the Imagine Dragons out the way. I can't vibe with it. I can't vibe with it. I think it's something I don't know. I don't know what it was, what was in the air when Imagine Dragons dropped that first album with Radioactive and stuff in it, but it's not there no more. It's not in the air
Do
no more.
do Imagine Dragons need to hang it up?
Yes.
Ooh, flat screen.
I could be, but I would say this though because I listen to like how do I explain this? I like soundtrack music, which is a kind of some of the reason that I like Childish Gambino's album. Some of Imagine Dragons songs are soundtrack music because some of their songs have been used for like League of Legends and stuff like that. So so listening to it, I was like, okay, these songs sound like something we'll throw in a movie trailer, a game trailer, something like that. But as an album, like sitting there and listening to music, I was like, I don't vibe with this.
Fair.
Like
Mm-hmm.
there had to have been something in the air when Imagine Dragons first came out with Radioactive, Demons, On Top of the World, that whole vibe, because it's not in the air no more. It's not in the air
Mm-hmm.
no more.
Yeah.
They had like their 3 to 4 years where they was like one of the tops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I might go back.
they tried to come back with Thunder. I got tired of that real quick.
I like Thunder. I like Thunder personally.
I feel you. It got old. It got
It
old. Every
it
time you
it,
turn
it
on the
did.
radio, Thunder. Fit
But
thunder.
Thunder,
it
Boom,
got like
boom,
lightning,
boom.
and the thunder.
it got tired. It got tired.
It
It
was one of those they overplayed it. They
it got
did.
tired. It got tired. But which one y'all want to talk about first? City
Let's talk about
Cinderella or
JT because I
Y2K?
actually like JT. I
I
enjoyed.
want to go
I
listen
wasn't
to
mad
it.
at Cinderella. I wasn't mad at that.
What
And
was the vibes, Galvin?
I
the
agree
reason
with
I'm
that.
not mad at City Cinderella is JT did what I wanted her to do as a solo artist. Try shit. This is your first time. This is your first mistake. Let's try some shit. And that's what she did. She got different type of beats, different type of vibes on that little mixtape. And I enjoyed it. I was like, okay, you experiment. You in the lab, and I'm in here with you, and I appreciate that because a lot of people don't get in the lab. As we finna get into with Ice Spice, she wasn't in the lab, but they actually got in the lab and was trying to see what worked for her. And I feel like this was like an experimental mixtape. She wanted to see what we was gonna vibe with as fans, what we wasn't gonna vibe with as fans. Because she gave us different sounds, and I enjoyed it. And I circle back to JT album. JT coming on my workout playlist. I listened to it today when I was on the leg press.
I would agree with that. That the album does sound very experimental because when I was listening through the album, I was like, it just sounds like she threw a bunch of shit
Yeah,
together on this album. And looking at it from that point of view as experimental, okay, but cohesiveness wise, I just don't feel like that was a very
because
cohesive album for JT.
she said in the video she posted on Twitter that this is, or it might have been a retweet, that this is a mixtape. She didn't have a lot of time to work on this because she was in and out on tours and stuff. She was like, she's not really.
Well, do you think? I feel like maybe she should have maybe took the time. I understand you might say that you didn't have the time, but like if this is like your first like full body of work.
But I think that's what makes
she
it so
did.
boring, in my opinion. Now, if she would have been like, this is my first album, y'all, go get it. Then I'd have been like, okay, hold on, slow down. But, you spit out a few mixtapes to see the feel. Megan spit out her few mixtapes when she first sing.
But my thing is that we know JT. Like this not like let me come
that's
out.
That's what people get confused. We don't know JT, we know the City Girls. And that's our whole point. That's what she's saying. Y'all think y'all know JT, but y'all don't know her. Y'all know the City Girls.
But I feel like some of them songs she put on that album
could be City
Girls.
Which is why that's why I said she's spitting on different sounds. Do y'all want me to stick to like the traditional City Girls route? Do y'all want me to go like the down south route, like I did with Serving or Swang? Do y'all want me to go to the more deep in my bag, in my vulnerable background with the Hope intro? Like I feel like this is the perfect time for her to go experiment. You a new solo artist. It's big.
Show it.
Look, listen. But listen.
I'll say it's a couple.
But if I listen to the content in certain contexts of some of them songs, I would have to agree because I don't want to hear you about smuggling them stuff in the airport. Okay, I didn't want to know that. It was some things about JT that she put in. I didn't want to know that.
But I'm saying y'all let these niggas get out here and rap about bullshit every day.
I gotta give. As the designated misogynist on this podcast, I agree with Galvin. We do let. You know what? No,
Man just talked about shake her ass for 15 songs on her last album, and we
look. Shout out to Sage's podcast, the BBC podcast. I think he said in one of his episodes, just like we got a lot of bad male artists. And they drop a lot of bad male albums. We got to give the women time too. We can't just expect every girl rapper to be the next Nicki Minaj. Some of them got to be.
I feel like this.
Someone who sucks. Someone got to suck.
I feel like we didn't give her enough time as a solo. Yes, as part of the City Girls, she was an entity as a City Girl. They had a sound, they had a look, they had a vibe. But she don't want to be that no more. She want to be her solo person.
Well, if she wants to lead,
develop her sound.
I feel like the contradiction with that is that you go in there and you make songs that sound like City Girls. So if you wanted to go solo and distinguish yourself.
But if you really look at the album, there's only one song in that album that could be a City Girls song, and that's Uncle Al.
I can see that.
I can't see Caresha on none of them other songs JT put on that album. Because Caresha ain't gonna be able to keep up. She's not as lyrically. JT not a lyrical goddess, but Caresha is not as lyrical as JT. Caresha wasn't gonna be able to keep up, except for Uncle Al about throwing your pussy and catching it. Caresha was gonna be able to keep up with that. But Swang, JT coming, Serving, hope the intro. It wasn't going.
Lemon pepper.
I'm gonna just say I want to impress with JT with Cindy Cinderella. I want to impress. I feel like if she felt like she didn't have enough time, maybe she should have made the executive decision and found some time.
I know she did an interview with Joe Budden where she said that's the only reason it's not a full project because she didn't dedicate time to it. But I don't get that either. Like, were you on a time constraint? Did your label say you had to drop something? Because what stopped you from making this a real project?
I wasn't mad at her mixtape. I wasn't mad at it. Compared to some of the other shit her counterparts releasing, I wasn't mad. It was fresh for me. It was like some of the stuff was new. Some of the beats she gave was new. Like D.O.D., the whole was new. She brought back Jeezy them vibe from the South. Like, it just didn't, like, compared to Ice Spice shit that we finna get into, please.
Yeah. So we just touched into our time block for music videos, but y'all want to keep it going with Y2K?
Yes.
Hit head
After I had to be forced to listen to it. Yeah.
You know what? What did Ralph call Eminem's album? A conceptual
masterpiece.
Look,
this is a comical masterpiece. This album makes me laugh.
Let me say this. Let me say this. For those listening, I am starting a fundraiser, a GoFundMe, and a Kickstarter to get Ice Spice out the studio.
This is a comical masterpiece. This is enjoyable. I laugh.
We gotta find Ice Spice something else to do. Like what are her other hobbies? Does anybody know?
Dancing.
The album, she like twerking. She like shaking her fat butt. She shakes her fat butt.
Does she like anything else?
Because that's why I cannot be mad at JT. Because as we can see, it can in fact get worse. It can in fact get worse.
That Y2K being on that trash can was very fitting. I think somebody, when the album cover first dropped, I saw a tweet on Twitter that said she is foreshadowing that this album was ass. And when I was listening to it, I was like, well,
I listened to JT album way more than I way before I listened to
look.
I don't even drink, but I'm sipping. Again. We not fucking, but I let him put the tip in. Like, come on, that's funny.
Get him off.
That's funny.
Cut the cameras. Get it.
That's funny. Please. It's 23 minutes that I cannot get back.
Yeah, that was only song off the album she get from me is Fat Butt. Put my pants up. That's all she get from me.
I'm always listen to Think You the Shit because it's just beat for me.
I like that one too.
I'm always listen to that
please.
one.
I lose anything before I lose my man. On the beat, I be going Super Saiyan. Like,
see that Then again, I like the fact that JT experimented with all them beats because we listen to Y2K is one fat ass 23-minute song of her saying bullshit.
She said I'm his poopy, but I don't stink. I smack my lips.
Hold on. I'm gonna be the one to defend Ice Spice. I want to give her some credit. This is an Ice Spice album. If she's a trash rapper, this is a trash album. That's just it. But she did experiment with different flows. The first 4 songs, the beats did not sound like her typical SpongeBob drill beats. I feel like she actually tried. Now, is she trash? Is she in 8th place? Is she in 8th place in the 18 Mario Kart race? Yes. Was it boo-boo garbage? Yes, but she tried.
I don't think she tried.
She tried.
I don't think she tried.
If an F student goes from making a 30 on the test to a 45, they tried. They failed, but they tried.
But are you saying so? You're saying that Y2K is better than the previous singles that she's put out, given that those ain't.
Were those singles even good? No.
Let me say this.
Let's just be honest.
That she actually tried on that album. It's Fat Butt. Like, lyrically, the way she was rapping in Fat Butt, what she was saying in Fat Butt, like, it was like she really sat out with her pen and paper. It was like, let me me get these bitches something. The rest of the
That
sound like Ryan put that beat on and she punched in, and I hate when rappers.
it was. Oh shit, she on the spot. What?
I could tell she was punching in. She ain't right there. She was punching in. I hate when rappers who punch in because you sound mess, trying to make shit rhyme and be quick with it. Sit down and write. It's all right if you got to sit down for hours to write your song.
I'm starting to go for me.
I feel like it's okay to accept that she's a trash rapper. But if she, the way that she tried some new things, I feel like she tried. She tried. She failed, but she tried.
It's something to dance to or something. I don't know.
I don't
something.
Me personally,
I feel like
I am not struggling to accept that Ice Spice is
I'm not. I just make that for her.
I am not struggling.
I feel like she is good for Instagram captions and dropping a twerk video. I feel like that's what she's good for, and we should accept that. It's okay. There's no reason to expect anything more.
And if we get into these music videos, that's all she did.
But let me just say this real quick, though, right? I really just don't like how you just going in for Ice Spice, but you can't stand Stacey Red. That just really makes my skin crawl. Because what the fuck?
You want me to be honest? You want me to be honest?
What's the difference?
A piece of me is starting to like some Sexy Red stuff because it's funny. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll have to turntable.
Give us your song. Give us the song.
He like to get it sexy. Get it sexy. Yeah.
What's the one that got you?
Look.
He was like, "Oh, okay." I ain't lying.
Listen, you ain't lying. Honestly, even though she's super ratchet, even though she looks like cool people. Every time I see a video, even if they fake and she got folks smiling, she seemed like cool. She reminded me of one of my hood rich cousins. I ain't gonna lie.
We just be too far in her business.
Yeah.
I'm. You gotta accept people where they are.
Only Sexy Red song I got on my in my library that downloaded is "You My Everything." That's the only one I listen to for real.
That's a mess.
It is, and I love it so much.
Look,
I'll listen to Bow Bow whenever it come on, I guess. But
listen, bro. When the music
converted,
listen. I don't like that. I like it, but even with Ice Spice, some of the stuff is catchy. It's not lyrically good. Oh my gosh, it's trash rap. You are right. It's not quality. You are right. But you can rap to it.
Ice Spice and Sexy Red are vibes.
Yep.
Yeah.
They gonna get the party jump. They gonna get the
vibes.
party.
And Ice Spice is just hold at higher because she's light skinned.
And I do like that they represent two different types of hood chicks. I really do appreciate that. Because each hood gonna have an Ice Spice and a Sexy Red. And one thing about it, they not gonna like each other. Them bitches gonna be beefing over that same damn daddy for years, but it's gonna be two of them types in the hood. And I really appreciate that.
Ice Spice represent the slow girls.
Whoa.
God. Wow, let's go to music videos. I think that's the
Samurai. No, wait, before we lose
let's lose the plot. Let's actually close.
Say it on camera, Galvin. Am I lying?
Let's close that book.
I think Ice Spice represents the type of hood girl. Ice Spice represents the girl that wasn't raised in the hood but moved to the hood.
That's a little slow.
They not so they just pretend.
A little. What the old touched? She's touched.
Ice Spice represents the type of girl whose daddy is from the hood. Yeah. When she lived with her mama.
What sage you said?
Pretty girl with no personality. Yeah.
Sexy Red represents the girl
like
that was the project, food stamps, wig. You see what I'm saying?
All in your face and the Family Dollar real loud and all of that.
Yeah.
I Spice the girl who go to church and she hear the folks speaking in tongues and she be like, "Mama, why they speaking Spanish?"
What?
Oh no!
You must know from experience. Like, what? That's so random.
Why do you think Ice Spice is slow though? Like, why do you think?
Because she on the beat going super saiyan.
Like, girl, I'm funky, but I don't stink.
Isn't that there? He come in his poopy. Say the verse again. Say it again. Say it out loud.
For real.
Word for word.
But we got 5 minutes to talk about music videos. We got 5 minutes. And we got to wrap this up. We got Katy Perry's Woman's World, Did It First, Ice Spice, Ice Spice in 90s Baby, JT, and I enjoyed none of those music videos. Zero.
I enjoyed the snippets with Ice Spice shaking her fat butt. Sorry for being mannish. That's it.
I mean, that's the whole video. You don't need to. That was the whole video.
I didn't turn the volume on. I was just sliding on Twitter and I said, "Oh,
wow,"
and then I went past it.
That's
and
the
then
whole.
I went past
That's the whole video of her. She
fat butt.
and the old shit. She in a museum shaking her ass. She posing as the Statue of Liberty, shaking her ass. She at the dinner table with Travis Scott, shaking her ass. Like that's the whole video.
Yeah. That was the most unsexiest grape eating I've ever seen. I've never seen someone so unsexily eat a grape.
I'm so glad I grew up in the time that I did in music. Because this shit that's coming out now, I don't know. I feel bad for these children. I feel bad for the kids. Say the children. Because absolutely not. Because much as I like Stacey Red, her shit be a mess too. Y'all be listening to her like, girl, you a fool too. You tired.
They all
hang her up too. Hang all of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I would not let my kids listen to this music because I'm like, I refuse for you to go brain dead. But I see why the kids listen to it.
My kid at the dinner, my kid at the dinner table said, "Mom, his poopy," but I don't stay. Girl, what? Did you write that yourself?
Nicki Minaj. I'm gonna have Nicki Minaj vinyls and an old school record player. That's all you can listen to. That's the
I'm gonna play Beethoven. I'm gonna make my kids hate me. They listening to Beethoven.
Oh no, your kids gonna dislike
They.
These were not good. These were not good music videos.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't watch none of them. I saw some clips of the one with JT on Twitter, but I don't like that song. That song anyway. So I didn't.
But and let me tell you how she tried to set it up. She tried to set it up like Hillary Duff Cinderella story when she's working at the diner. And like instead of like the people at the diner supporting her, the two evil stepsisters also work there. So she rapping the song, trying to talk to the dude, and two stepsisters like, "Oh no, you can't talk to him. Oh, you gotta close up." But she closing up, and he shows up anyway. And I was like, "Okay,
That's crazy. Giving Alicia Keys. I see you at the diner, and I put milk in your hot chocolate."
No, it didn't even give that. That was not executed. And the song that she chose, I was like, "Oh my god!" Like
she definitely should have did a video. She should have did an old 2000s video. You got served vibe to JT coming. She'd have ate that. If she'd have gotten that boxing ring and made Amarion them dance to JT's coming, she'd have ate that. She could have got on there.
I might like the song if she stepped in her "You Got Served" Stomp the Yard bag and made a video for that.
Made them niggas dance, bring them niggas back.
But listening to it as a body, as without visuals, I do not like this song. I do not like it. It's so random. It's like she rapping, saying BS. Then it's JT coming. JT coming.
I agree with that. I agree
this
with
is so random, and I don't like
it's
that.
Like I wanna like it, but it
was so jarring. Like it was.
Like, I gotta put it on your playlist.
It was one part, like the second verse going into the chorus again. She didn't even finish the verse, and it's JT coming. I was like, you didn't even finish the verse. We
I'm going to give my sis some grace till I get that first official album. When I get that first JT album, she come playing.
And we'll be back. And we'll be back.
Have to wrap it up.
We will if she can't get it together, she's gonna have to wrap it up. We're gonna have rehash. We're gonna come back with a conversation and say which new artists need to wrap it up. You have abused your free trial in the music industry.
Hey, listen, because
I feel like the girlies are having fun. I'm gonna just be honest.
I feel like
they're having fun.
I would truly want to ask Ice Spice if she had fun making this album. I would truly want to know.
No, did y'all see? I don't even watch Kai Snap, but it popped up everywhere when they was like in like a U-Haul box, and Kai said, "Ice Spice freestyle."
Yes,
and she started twerking, and she said, "That's my freestyle."
She just
See?
sat there and twerked for about 60 seconds, and I'm
See?
like, she really not finna
Wrap
rap.
it up. See?
She really not finna rap. And he's still trying to hype her up, and she just
But I
dancing.
feel like we all knew that. I feel like nobody should be surprised.
No.
Nobody should be disappointed.
No, I
That
need
was-
y'all to
that
stop
was
ignoring
crazy.
me when I said, "Is she not the slow one?" I need y'all to stop ignoring that.
But I also feel like she knows she can't do that. So what can I distract everybody with? Turn
She
around and
could.
twerk.
And I'm gonna say her twerk. And that's
She
what
could have rapped
did.
one of her old songs and hope
Stage
Ty
X,
ain't
did y'all
recognize
want to
it.
hear a freestyle though? I did not. I didn't. I don't want to hear it now.
It's funny.
I'm walking my dog. I looked at the sky and it's
Look,
fall.
we out of time. We out of time. We out of time. We out of time. We gotta wrap this up. We out of time.
All the stories that shit a mess.
We out of time. So, like I said before, if this is your first time checking us out, please subscribe to us if you're watching this on YouTube. Please follow us if you're watching this on Twitch. And if you want to see what we're up to next, make sure you tap into our social media platforms. We're on Instagram at the Blurred Mob Pod. We're on Twitter at the Blurred Mob, and you can find us on Facebook and TikTok at the Blurred Mob Podcast. Once again, I want to thank my hosts, Ryan, King, and Antoine, for joining me on episode 2 of Hit Stop, your hub for all things music. Shout out to everybody who's pitching in the chat. Great conversations. If you're watching this after, let us know in the comments how you felt about this episode. Let us know who needs to hang it up. Let us know how you felt about Y2K, City Cinderella, and let us know if there's any music you want us to check out. But with all that being said, Sage said, "Great live stream, guys. Need Ralph for the next hit stop." We gonna see. He was supposed to be here today. We gonna see. We
gonna feature Sage on the hit spot before Ralph show up. That's what's gonna
I'm
end
not.
up happening.
Hey.
The episode we bring Sage onto, I'm gonna sit there and I'll let him have it.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Quality
just gonna
content.
go back and forth with Sage. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna let y'all.
That will literally be the best. We sit back. That would be quality content.
I'm not
we
gonna go back.
we gotta have a whole time box just for y'all.
Right.
I let him have that. I let him come over here and do his big one with y'all.
King, you got to be there. You have to be there if Sage is featured.
He said he want all the smoke.
Fire, man. Come on.
We just gonna tell you he not coming.
Yeah, we gonna lie to you. We gonna have him come in like right after the intro.
Right here. This
He
right
gonna
here.
He gonna do.
Look, he gonna come in off the
Everybody's
camera.
scary.
I'm
just
here.
not gonna stand, holler at this camera with y'all and go back and forth. Cause you and Ryan, y'all get real misogynistic and stuff, and then it go left with y'all.
I haven't even been misogynistic this whole episode.
You had to hold yourself together, didn't you?
No, I was being myself. I let it all out.
But all right, y'all, we are losing the plot. So with all that being said, thank you to everybody who tuned into the episode. We will see you guys next month for another Hit Stop episode. And this is the Mob checking out. Peace.
Peace out.
Hands up. If you love him where you at, stand 10 toes down. Shot ain't no looking mad. You can let them haters hate when they enter while I'm smiling. I just tell them life's great. Like gravy. If you love him where you at, stand 10 toes down. Shot ain't no looking mad. You can let them haters hate when they enter while I'm smiling. I just tell them life's great. Like gravy. I done been through the roughest times, the darkest minds, the dimmest shine. I'm trying. Gotta stay true to my grind. Gotta stay humble till it's my time to shine. I tell her, hey, life's good.